Okay, the overall energy, Geminis, of your reading is the Queen of Pentacles, male or female, possible Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Might be strong in your chart or around this reading, but it's about the pentacle. This is the second biggest pentacle in the deck, focusing on security and stability, possibly commitment. So that's around your whole reading. Let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy is the Six of Swords. Moving forward, away from rocky waters towards a more calmer and peaceful place in your life. With truth and with clarity. And not alone, okay? This is not a speedboat. It kind of takes a little work. Got a pull here, but you are doing it and you're moving forward. You're moving forward from this Seven of Cups. Confusion and love. It's like these rocky waters you're moving away from. This is confusion. It's about picking the wrong cups of love. There's so many choices out there in the world. And, love has failed. It's failed before. And you're wondering if you picked the right cup this time in order to move forward. So, confusion. Confusion and love right next to the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, this is the card for Aries. Aries might be strong in your chart, might be strong around this reading. But the energy of this card, male or female, is about being stubborn, kind of like not budging, not getting up off the throne. It's like my way or the highway sometimes. I think this is the energy that you're thinking about, that you're wondering if this is the right cup for you. They're very well liked and well respected, male or female, like I said, but they do have some stubborn qualities about them. So you're confused. Is this the right person to move forward with? Well, it looks like you are moving forward, and you are moving, but it's just not at a really fast pace. The Emperor is not a fast mover. They're sitting on a granite throne. They are kind of fixed in their thinking, and for them to make changes in their life, it is a difficult thing for them to do. They do it, but once they make up their mind's made up. That's just basically how it goes with that Emperor there. So under this Six of Swords is the Four of Swords. You've spent a lot of time to yourself, seeking advice from the universe, meditating, possibly praying. It's a very healing card. It's like understanding what it is that you're going through, or understanding the feelings that you're having. You get a lot of truth and clarity from this time alone. It's very spiritual. We've got the stained glass windows up here. It's right under, like I say, moving forward with all those swords of truth and clarity. I think this is what's going to help you decide that you are going to move forward with this Emperor. That they do bring you more peace and quiet and just calmer energy into your life. So next to the Four of Swords is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is that overall energy. So, looking at that security, that stability, it's one thing that you've been reaching out for here, and wondering if this will ever turn into a committed relationship. On the other side of the Queen of Pentacles, and see, that's it right under the Seven of Cups. So all that confusion and love, none of these are committed. But you're wondering, do you have the right cup? Are they committable? Is this going to be a lasting relationship? You have a lot of confusion about that. I have the Two of Pentacles here, and it's under the Emperor, next to the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like rocky waters back here, ships bobbing along in the ocean, those rocky waters in the very first card in your highest energy. One day it's like you're up and this is great, and I can feel a future and all this, and the next day you're like, I don't know, it's sort of it's like a roller coaster ride with this energy here. So under the Emperor, and it's probably a roller coaster ride because the Emperor is probably causing it, because they are so fixed and so stubborn. And, moving forward, it's like they're probably going through changes. They're probably, like one day they're feeling this way. So you're feeling what they're feeling. That's what I think. And so I think they're up and down and all around about their love choices as well as you. And then under the Four of Swords is the Ace of Cups. You have a lot of love for this person. Now this is deciding that through all this healing and meditation that you're willing to hand out that giant cup of love. And you know what? I think they're going to decide to hand that giant cup of love out to you too. Now notice, it's not one of these cups. It's not one of the Seven of Cups. This is actual emotions of love overflowing in this cup. It's right next to the King of Swords. The King of Swords, this is a card for Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So this is Gemini. This is your card. So, Gemini. Sword up. Male or female. Seeking truth, seeking clarity. And it's about the love, and it's about the commitment, just like we started with, okay? So the swords, all the swords, the truth, and the clarity here. So you're kind of in self-protection mode because you need to know. You need to know that you have the right person to move forward with. I think they're the ones that are kind of making you feel like one day it's great and the next day you're not so sure. So then we have the World card, right under all that confusion, right next to the King of Swords, seeking all that truth and that clarity in order to protect yourself. And this is a new life cycle coming in. Emperor, all that confusion, new life cycle. I think they're coming around. I think what you're feeling is them changing their way of looking, because I think at first they're like, I'm never getting off this throne. I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to, go steady even, for that matter. But they're developing a huge cup of love for you. So this is a challenge for them in order to think differently now about this relationship. And I do see you moving into a new life cycle. Okay, so up here in your highest energy is the Three of Wands. Yeah, you're wondering if this is your ship. Is the Emperor, male or female, is this your ship that's come in? There's 3 ships out there. Or do you need to wait for another ship to come in? This is part of your confusion here. But you are going to seek truth and clarity, so that's good. Instead of just wondering. It's becoming a burden to you. We got the 10 of Wands next to the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands, you're holding on to a staff and new beginnings. You're really wondering if the Emperor is your ship, or if your ship is still out there because of all this confusion. And this is becoming a burden. But look how heavy that burden's getting. You're not going to carry that for too long. You're going to either drop them all at once or one by one. You're not going to keep carrying all those wands. It's next to the Ace of Pentacles. It's about the commitment, just like we started with. So I think you're going to be offered this commitment. I think the Emperor is going to come around, and they will offer a groundedness in this relationship. I don't think they're gonna want to rush into anything, because your first energy here is that 6 of Swords, and that's moving methodically forward. So it's not rushing, but I think they're going to give you the hope that they are capable of a commitment with you. You're capable of a commitment with them too. Under the 3 of Wands is the 5 of Swords. So, this is what with all this confusion going on, the 5 of Swords is like having all this truth and clarity, and yet watching them walk away. So this is what you don't want to happen. You want to stay together. You want the Emperor to be the right person. So far, I think that they probably are, but they're stubborn. So you have to remember, they're pretty fixed, and they've had some experiences in love before that probably put them into that mindset. So they're a little confused about the whole thing too. You're not alone, and I think this truthful conversation will reveal that. And it also will reveal that they are developing or have a lot of love for you, and that they are, a commitment is possible. So looking back at them with you, with all your swords of truth and clarity, this is like something that goes through your mind when you're on your down. It's like, do I need to leave them and just, go on my way here, knowing that they can't commit? But next to the Five of Swords is the Star card. Now, this is the card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be strong in your chart or in their chart someplace. But this is healing. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And I think this healing is really coming from the other person, the Emperor. I think the Emperor needs to heal. You probably have some healing yourself. You are going through healing here. So you're both going through your own healing here. This is healing right down to the bare bones. This is a very spiritual healing, seeing your own reflection bounce back at you, remembering what you want out of life, what you don't want, who you are. There's a lot to this Star card. So, that has been a burden, this healing. It's right above that 10 of Wands. So you're both going through your own issues in this relationship. That's why it feels so ungrounded at the moment. But next to all this healing, it looks like you're both going to make it through. Because I have the Chariot here. And the Chariot is moving forward. This is the card for Cancer. Cancer might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. This is moving forward. And it's right below that Ace of Pentacles. So you are moving forward. You're both healing. You're going to move forward together. But you're going to move forward you're going to work at it. You're going to take your time. You're not going to push each other to go any faster than the other one's comfortable with. And that's what's going to make this relationship work right here. I have the Hermit. You've reached out to the universe seeking your path forward. This is the Hermit. They hear you, and they're shining a lantern on the World card. There's a new life cycle coming in. So it's like, be patient. Let things progress at a natural speed for each of you, because there's a new life cycle coming in. And I think you know it, and I think you feel it. It's right under the Star card. I think you know that they're healing from something. You know that they need to get past that in order to move forward. You know you're healing. You're doing your own healing. So if you pull, this is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing. So if you pull back that curtain, that pomegranate curtain, and you just listen to yourself, you have answers to so many of your own questions that lie right within you. So pay attention to what you're telling yourself. Your intuition is running very high. And yes, your intuition is probably telling you, just hold out, let them heal, and then you will be able to enter this new life cycle with them, with the Ace of Pentacles, the commitment, and be able to move forward. On the other side, the High Priestess, and under the Chariot, and moving forward, there's this Three of Pentacles. There has been, now, this is in your life or theirs. Now, I really can't distinguish whose life this Three of Pentacles is in. But there is an interfering party, okay? Whether they're from the past or whether they're from the present. There's somebody that is like putting their nose in where it shouldn't be in this relationship. There might be somebody else who is trying to pull you away from them or them away from you. But they're interfering, and it could be rumors. It could be just, exes showing up on your doorsteps of somebody's. But there's somebody interfering. But the thing is you know it. You feel it. There is something going on here that shouldn't be here. That's part of what I think they are healing over. So I'm more swayed to it's on their side. But moving forward from it too. Moving forward from it. And this is like you knowing that you need to allow them to work this out. in order for the two of you to move forward into this new life cycle.